Hello, my name is Drunvalo and we're sitting here in Yaxha, Guatemala. It's a Mayan complex out by a beautiful lake, and it's an interesting story how we ended up here and what we're doing here. I was in Sedona, Arizona, and an older gentleman named Don Alejandro Celilo and his wife Elizabeth come to all the way from Guatemala to Sedona to talk to us. And his lineage of who this man is pretty extraordinary. In Guatemala, Belize, and Mexico, there are 440 tribes, Mayan tribes, and each one has an elder that is connected to that tribe. Those 440 men and women make up the Mayan Council, and the Mayan Council had elected one of them to be the head of the entire Mayan Council, and that was Don Alejandro. And so he is, in the Mayan world, one of the most important people in their world. And he came to Sedona to ask us if we would come to Guatemala for a very special purpose. Of course we said yes, but he wanted something from us that was a little unusual. He wanted us to bring a circle of people, about 60 people, from all over the world, as many countries as possible, because in their calendar and in their understandings, the time was now when they were going to reconstruct and their knowledge and their wisdom and all of their understanding of their past. And so in the calendar it was said that the world would watch when this took place. You see, in all the writings that we of the modern world have on the Mayan people, on the Mayan calendar and everything, all the work of Jose Arguelles and so many other people, were people that were not Mayan. It's extraordinary that in all this time that the Mayans themselves have not actually said anything or written anything about themselves. It's been over 500 years since that has taken place. And so they asked us if we would come here and be the world that they wanted us to be while they did this. And so here we are in this amazingly beautiful place. He has led us slowly around Guatemala to different places and different locations. One of the first ones was Lake Altilan, which is this unbelievably beautiful place in Guatemala. And by boat we went to the other side of the lake where we did the first ceremony. And this ceremony was a ceremony that is almost never shown to the modern world. It's a very sacred thing. But we not only were seeing it, but we were participating and was part of it. And it was the ceremony that would begin the reconstruction of the Mayan knowledge and wisdom. This is going to take a long time. They don't know how long, but it's going to take at least a year. And then at the end of that year, or when this knowledge is remembered by the Mayan people, they're going to write this into a book, and they're going to allow the world to read it. And what its purpose is, the purpose of redoing this, is because of the time that we live in. We've all heard of this date, December 21st, 2012. And that's what this is. This is they are going to give us the Mayan wisdom about this time, of the time that we live in right now, which is in 2007, all the way up into sometime past 2012, which could be up to even 2017. We don't know exactly for sure, but it'll be a window of about 10 years. And they're going to give their prophecies or their message around this time to the world. And we are privileged to be able to be here and partake in the beginning of all of this. Don Alejandro then led us to an extraordinary place called Tikal. It's one of the really amazing Mayan cities. It's not a village, this is a city. It's many miles around. And from there we did one more ceremony. And I believe we have one more to go before this is all over with. And so this is just an introduction, just to let you know that something is happening that is history. The Mayans have not talked about their own teachings and what they have to say for over 500 years. This is the first time. And when this is all done, all 440 members of the Mayan Council are going to sign this document, so the world knows that it is truly from the Mayan people. And so this is our why we're the ones, all the 60 people that are here, I don't know, it must be destiny, but we are here and it is really happening. Thank you very much.